Hey guys, what's up? It's iFlynn here, and today we're going to be learning how to play Harrow in Warframe. Now, Harrow is actually one of my favorite frames, despite the fact that I don't play him a lot. I'm going to be showing you guys two different ways to play him. One I'm just going to talk about, the other one I'm going to show, like, in-game. The one that I'm just going to talk about is the Eidolon build, because Harrow plays a role in Eidolon hunts, even though I don't feel as if it's very, like, interactive. You're just pressing forward to stop your entire team from getting wiped by the little screech that Eidolon does whenever you destroy a limb. It's really useful not dying, which is why Harrow is present in Eidolon fights, and not getting those magnetic procs and stuff applied to you, so you don't need to use Arcane Nullifier and stuff like that, which is why he's really good there. But the other way to play him is basically how he was originally intended to be played, right? So using all of your abilities, like managing your cooldowns to get insane buffs, such as a fire rate buff, reload speed buff, energy on kill, bonus energy on kill, health on kill, and also insane crit chance bonuses after a invulnerability stage. So Harrow's one of the frames that I wish that I had whenever doing endurance runs was actually like worth doing, right? So if I did like an hour long in a T4 survival, I would get a prime part at every 5-minute interval. If he was around during those days, he probably would have been one of the most popular frames in the game because he's just so good at self-sustaining and buffing up his own damage. It's crazy, and they made that even better with the introduction of the Lasting Covenant Augment mod, which allows you to extend the duration of your fourth ability crit buff whenever you get headshots, which is insanely good. So, just to go through this build a little bit, we have Vitality on here for our health. We've got Prime Continuity on here for the duration of our abilities, combined with Constitution, Intensify, Power Drift, Transient Fortitude for the initial effects of all of our abilities to be super high, Prime Flow for a lot of energy because you can get a lot of it, so there's no reason not to have Prime Flow, although you could say the fact that he can get so much energy may be a reason to neglect Prime Flow. That's entirely up to you, but I like having it on because why not? And then Lasting Covenant, the Augment mod, for that increased duration, 3 seconds per headshot kill on the not the Lasting Covenant, but the fourth ability, Covenant, which is crazy. I'm using Arcane Acceleration Velocity just because fire rate is fun. So yeah. Cruise Projection on here to menace the enemy's armor by 30%. And then moving on to my Eidolon build, you just have to have duration below 100%, so it lasts long enough, and then that's really it. Fleeing Expertise streamlined so you can get your cast off. And then we've got Prime Continuity to add a little bit more duration because of the counteraction. Well, the counteracting the minus ability duration of Fleeing Expertise, just getting that perfect balance of 95%. Can be a little bit lower if you want. It's just entirely down to you. This is what worked for me without having the reform and stuff. Hunter Adrenaline, so then if I take damage, I have enough to cast. Natural Talents, so the animation is short, so then I can go back to charging Void Strike or whatever. Intensify, I forget why Intensify is on here. You don't really need Intensify. It's just kind of on there. Prime Flow because energy, and Vitality for health, of course. So that's the Eidolon build. Coaction Drift is here too. I might replace this for Enemy Sense though if you're trying to attract the little guys or whatever the mod's called that attracts the little guys. Enemy Radar, Enemy Sense, whatever it may be, you can throw it on there. But yeah, this is the build that I like using. Crit weapons. Use crit weapons with Harrow, right? Essential, in my opinion. Well, they're not essential. You can have fun with a Tigris Prime on Harrow. Any weapon you can use on Harrow, but if you want to see like insane red numbers, then use crit weapons because they're pretty crazy. So we got Condemn. This is a CC ability. It's going to chain enemies up, hold them in place so you can get a headshot, and that's very beneficial whenever you think of the second and third ability, and also the fourth whenever we use the Augment. So Penance is where you whip your back and you take away your overshields that you can gain from chaining the enemies up with your 1, right? So you spam your 1 on all the bad guys to get a lot of shields, sacrifice your shields with the second ability to get a lifesteal buff, a fire rate buff, and a reload speed buff for a base duration of 6.22, but then you get more duration per 100 shields that you sacrifice, right? So I think the total cap of this is 2,800 shields. So that's going to scale up. The more shields you sacrifice, the more duration you're going to have whenever you cast your second ability. Verbal is on here so you can get your energy back, right? So you're going to charge it up, and then every single kill that you get is going to give you a certain amount of energy back based off how much you sacrifice to begin with. And then the great thing about these two abilities is, with Penance, you get health back whenever you kill an enemy. That effect that you get, that lifesteal, is going to be doubled on headshot. Same with Furable. The energy that you get back from kill is going to be doubled on headshots. So getting headshots, pretty damn good on Harrow. Then we have Covenant right here, which is an immunity ability. So you go completely invulnerable to damage whenever you press 4. So it's a good panic button. You absorb that damage for a short window. And then, once that short window is over, you get a crit buff for a certain period of time, which you can extend with headshots because of the augment that we have, right? So, Fire Rate, reload speed buff, increases your DPS, energy, health for self-sustaining, and then also insane damage because of that crit buff on the 4, a panic button, and decent CC. Great Warframe. Literally, like, he's got everything, dude. Like, he's just so good, but I don't play him. I don't play him because I don't solo survival anymore because there's no point. But let's go ahead and jump into a defense and do the stuff and things. Because, like, he truly is an insanely good frame. Insanely good frame. The thing is, with some of his abilities, you don't necessarily need power range on him. You can mod for power range on him, but his second ability, I think, is actually affected by your affinity range, so you don't really need that much power range. Maybe just a little bit. Keeping it at 100% should be fine. We go ahead and we take a look at the abilities right here. Yeah, radius on Furable. I just kept it at 100% because there's no reason to really go any higher, right? Because your teammate should be near you, and he's not like Trinity where like you're gonna get 100% of your stuff back. You kind of have to be playing near Harrow and doing all the stuff and things. He's a great frame to play if you're showing a buddy how Warframe works, right? So, yeah, let's just go ahead and explain how Harrow works. So the number one thing you want to do, charge up your third ability, right? Every kill after this is going to give us 6.4 energy back. We get a headshot, it's got to be doubled, right? So there's our 6.4. If we get a headshot, we get 25.7. Great. Well, it's not doubled. It's more like tripled. So, pretty cool, right? So now we can chain the enemies up, right? Get your headshot again. More energy back. Chain him up. Headshot. More energy back. He's chained up. All the chains. Awesome. Kinky frame, right? Chaining the dudes up. Cool. So, now that we're chaining the enemies up, you'll notice that we have overshields, right? We have 2,200, 2,850. That's my cap. Press my second ability. 61 seconds on it. Now I have a fire rate buff, right? So I draw my bow back a lot faster. Awesome. Third ability is about to run out. I've got more energy, so I can channel it for longer. So let's just stand here and channel it a little bit more, right? There's all my energy gone. Let's get a headshot. Maybe. If I can aim. There we go. 75.7 energy and 1 kill and a headshot. Awesome. Get that back again. Cool. So I've got a lot of energy back. Chain up those enemies. Get all my overshields back up again. Okay, let's see if we can find more. Cool. 2,652. Got that headshot. Sacrifice that 2.6k, and it extends the duration of our second ability. Of course, that has a cap as to how much it can be extended by. Like, you eventually hit a ceiling where you can't extend past that point. But the fact that you can have up for like longer than a minute is still really, really good in its own regards. So, chain up the enemies. Keep your 3 and your 2 up at all times. Very, very important. I would love it if I could move my cooldowns just below my reticle. Would be great. So let's get the 25 energy per kill. Or 26, which is fine too. Chain up the bad guys. Get a headshot. And let's try out our fourth ability, right? So the fourth ability, you hit it and it's a panic button. And you absorb damage within a short window. So let's turn on this laser. Press our fourth ability. Gonna absorb all of this damage. You only need 2,000 damage absorbed. But we just got, 238,000 because why not? So now we hit nothing but red crits, right? So we got a fire rate buff, reload speed buff, we get energy back on kill, we get health back on kill, and now we're hitting insane numbers because of a insane crit buff that we got. So, yeah, what isn't insane about this frame? I'm waiting. His fashion frame, maybe? He's not the prettiest. Comment what you think isn't insane about Harrow. I'll be here all year, because there's not much of this year left, so yeah. Oh no, the stalker's here. Whatever will I do? So getting headshots extends the duration of your 4, by the way. I think it goes up to a minute as well. So That is a thing. Make sure to get those headshots. Keep on casting your 1 to get those overshields, etc., etc. Look at that red number, dude. That's an insane red number. Hello, guy. He is dead. Cool. Let's go ahead and fling our furball in the stalker's face like so. What's he gonna do? Oh no, he removed my 4th ability like an asshole. I forgot he could do that. Let's just go ahead and do this. Bye-bye, stalker. A little thing chasing me. I don't like it. It's not so nice, but I want my buffs back again, so let's just go ahead and get them back. Awesome. And let's kill the mans. Boop. I'm bad at aiming today. Just like every day, Flynn. Yeah, I know, right? Gotta get my my overshields back up so I can get my 2nd ability up again. 2nd ability is the one that you're gonna have the most trouble keeping up, in my opinion, because you gotta be spamming your 1 constantly, and that can get a little bit tedious to do after you've been playing him for a while. Also, the only thing that this guy really lacks is some widespread hard CC, right? So, like, you really, really, really have to be spamming your 1, and that might also be a reason that people would run natural talent over a little bit of duration. Like, let's say you replace like Constitution or something on your builds for natural talent, so you can spam your 1 more efficiently and also get out of that cast-in animation if you're 4 a little bit quicker. So I can definitely see someone doing that. So I'm just going to put this up to 5 and then sacrifice my shields because the pod health is pretty low because I've been dicking around a little bit. But I mean, it's all about showing off the frame. It's not necessarily about doing insane in the defense, right? So I mean, I can do insane. I just choose not to at the minute because, you know, dead man's. Easy peasy though. Was that a headshot? It was. Nice. I like it. This should be never mind. Buff's already gone. Sad about it. So just go ahead, turn on the laser. That pod's actually gonna die. I'm a noob. The big noob, dude. Big noob. Nah, we should be good. So I'm gonna turn this on prematurely. Get a little bit of my 2nd ability going and recast my 3rd while we're here. And then try to snipe enemies from far away with my 1. Get that headshot off. And then we should be good to go. Some juicy red numbers again. Awesome. Okay, that guy was like, nope. But yeah, try using like a full auto secondary or something with your 2nd ability up. This isn't full auto, this is semi-auto. Full auto is whenever you get to hold down the trigger, you know, in case you're wondering. So like the Axe Stiletto, the Axamati, all that jazz. Those are pretty fun to use. But of course, you get the fire rate buff and the release speed buff on semi-autos. It just lets you fire a little bit more frequently, which is really, really nice. So yeah, Harrow's a crazy fun frame. And you can hit some really, really high numbers. You can self-sustain yourself pretty well. He just lacks that AoE hard CC, right? Unless you're really spamming your 1st ability super, super hard. So other than that, he's a great frame. And if you want to take him into a survival mission, bring a comb. Bring a comb. Get that fire rate and release speed buff. Thank me later. Also use Arcane Tempo. Crazy. Crazy numbers. Crit buff combined with that. It's like a lawnmower. Dude, it's crazy. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button below. If you want to see more Warframe content from me, hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video.